Manchester United make shock bid for ZUBIMENDI. This could be the signing that is the glue for that Manchester United midfield. ZUBIMENDI, Mainu, Bruno Fernandes. That is the sort of midfield that takes Manchester United to the next level. If you're new to the channel, please do go down, hit that subscribe button. The road to 20k is well and truly on. And if you haven't already, please do drop a like as well. If we get 1,000 likes, we've been hitting that a lot recently. The support genuinely is overwhelming. And we are now 2,500 subscribers away from the aim to get 20k this month. Like I said, it's a little bit ambitious, but we are well and truly on the way to trying to do that. Now, big Man United transfer update. Van der Berg, Mazzari, Christian Eriksen's future. Dalot, where does he fit in now? Does Mazzari come in and take that right back position, or does Dalot play majority of the games? I've seen a lot of Man United fans actually speak about this. Oh, we don't need a right back. We've got Dalot, but it's a squad game. If you're a Man United fan, you need 2 players for each position. You're in 4 competitions. Now, of course, Man United had some big injury news recently regarding Lenny Yoro. You know, football at times can be very cruel. Gets his big move to one of the biggest football clubs on the planet, and before you know it, it's absolute curtains. And he, he's now out for potentially, I think it's 3 to 4 months to report. And now, due to this, Bayern Munich are trying to get as much money as they can for Matthijs de Ligt. The Standard have put Bayern playing. Oh, there's an advert. I swear to God, these adverts literally come up all the time when I'm trying to read something out. It says Bayern playing hardball with Man United over Matthijs de Ligt and Nazar Mazzari. Now, there's a lot of people saying that Mazzari is done. Man United are expected to return with a double bid for Matthijs de Ligt and Mazzari. Bayern have made both players available, but according to The Athletic, they're holding out for more money as they know United are more desperate for de Ligt following Lenny Yoro's injury. Now, in terms of centre-back depth following this injury, there's, of course, got Martinez, Johnny Evans, Harry Maguire, and it potentially would be de Ligt, would be the other centre-back, while Lenny Yoro is, of course, out injured. He will, of course, miss the Charity Shield. He will, of course, miss the first couple of months of the season. It's a bit of a kick in the teeth if you're a Man United fan. And, of course, now Bayern Munich are playing hardball. Now, some positive news from a Man United perspective is that Chibo Obi Martin has undergone the first part of his Manchester United medical as a new Man United player. Announcement could take time as deal will be subject to 5 Premier League steps investigation, but all set to be signed. Exclusive story confirmed. Now, Manchester United are, of course, getting a very good talent come out of the Arsenal Academy. I believe he's Danish as well. Got a fantastic record for the under 18s, under 19s, under 21s in an Arsenal shirt. And there's a belief at Manchester United that he will be the 3rd choice striker going into next season alongside Rasmus Højlund and, of course, Dutch international Joshua Zirkzee. Now, the big news that come out last night with regards to David Ornstein, he said that Manchester United, as it stands, are playing it in terms of a bit low ball in terms of the fact that regarding Manuel Ugarte, they are, talks have called and they are exploring other targets. Man United switch midfielder search away from Manuel Ugarte and onto other options. Man United don't intend to meet the 60 million euro fee and will only revisit if PSG price drops. No progress yet. Talks called, exploring other top targets for the right deal. Interesting. Very interesting, because from a Man United perspective, the years gone by, the likes of Ed Woodward would have dropped 60 million, no problem, and Man United probably would have overpaid like they did in the past for Lukaku, for Pogba, for Anthony. But now they are slowly taking a step back in terms of who they're going to sign with regards to Manchester United's perspective. Now they are looking at ZUBIMENDI. There's reports coming out that they've made a bid for ZUBIMENDI. How will he fit into the side? We're going to get to that in a minute. I'm going to bring up what I think Man United could set up for the first game of the season. It's going to be, this is providing they get De Ligt and Missouri over the line, which I do believe they will. Then we're going to talk about Christian Eriksen, Van der Beek. It's probably going to be a bit of a longer video, but this is what I think Man United could set up for the first game of the season. Obviously, a back four: Martinez, De Ligt, Shaw, Dalot. Then, of course, for squad depth, Lenny Yoro's injured. Missouri for backup right back. Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans, backup centre back. And a left back, of course, Malacia. ZUBIMENDI, which the links are coming out. Kobe Mainu in the 8. Bruno in the 10. Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho. Rasmus Højlund. Squad depth-wise, you'd have the likes of Diallo. You'd have the likes of Joshua Zirkzee. Mason Mount to cover the midfield problems. And they are now looking at Sander Berge, which I think is an interesting one, because Sander Berge, for me personally, it's a weird one because he's 26. He's a Norway international. He's playing at Burnley. His predominant position is a central midfielder. He has 3 years left on his deal. Where would he fit in? They're, of course, looking at Amrabat as well. For me, ZUBIMENDI, I think, is an absolute gem. Different player to Ugarte. Ugarte's more of an out-and-out anchor, better off the ball. ZUBIMENDI's a lot more composed and a bit more of a ball-playing midfielder who can play in the DM, play as the CM as well. I think the balance to have with ZUBIMENDI, Kobe Mainu, and Bruno Fernandes, alongside potentially getting Amrabat over the line, alongside Mason Mount, Casemiro, and a few other players in there, I think kind of gives Man United a very, very good balance going into next season. Now, what's going to be interesting is how Manchester United rotate with this and the Europa League. What's going to be the Europa League side? Is it going to be a Maguire? Is it going to be a Johnny Evans, Malacia, Missouri? Then you put potentially Amrabat if he signs, Mason Mount, Bruno, Diallo, Joshua Zirkzee, and maybe Sancho if he stays. They've got good enough squad depth, in my opinion. But what's going to be very, very interesting is how Man United get on in the Charity Shield. Sander Berge, for me, he's probably going to cost them around 25, maybe 30 million pounds. He can play DM. He can play central midfield. If they brought in Sander Berge alongside ZUBIMENDI, I don't think that is horrendous business by any stretch of the imagination. He's played in England now for a couple of years now. He joined Sheffield United back in, actually, I think 2020 is when he joined them, maybe 2021. He's made nearly 50 appearances for the Norway side. Would kind of give good depth to this midfield. And it all depends now on Manchester United in terms of what's the plan for the remainder of the window. It looks like Missouri and De Ligt and Obi Martin, they are going to get them over the line. They're just playing very, very hardball in terms of the ins and outs of the signing, because they know supply and demand. Man United now need a centre back because of the Euro injury. Where does this leave Aaron Wan-Bissaka? Where does this leave Christian Eriksen? And if the other players, Christian Eriksen, apparently he's going to be sold on a relatively cheap fee. I think he's got 1 year to 2 years left on his current Man United deal. They could maybe keep him around for the experience, keep playing him in the Europa League. I think in terms of Man United, I think they need better than Christian Eriksen now. if I'm being brutally honest. And then when I look at Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he's going to be, if you're a Man United fan, hopefully joining West Ham. There's a 5-year deal in place with regards to Missouri. Personal terms have been agreed with Bayern Munich. With the player leaving Bayern Munich. And it would just depend now on the ins and outs of their remainder of their window. Now, one player that is getting heavily linked is Ivan Toney. I don't personally think this would happen. They've already got Obi Martin. They've already got Rasmus Højlund. I know he's going to be out for 5 or 6 weeks. Of course, they've got Joshua Zirkzee. Rashford can play there. Then they can put Diallo out wide. I think Man United's main focus should be getting that midfield balance right, and focusing on defensive options before they look at strengthening that attack further. You know, it's building blocks for Man United. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Get the first 11 built and then go from there. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you have subscribed. Like I said, the road to 20,000 subscribers is well and truly on. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you all for watching. I am out.